Hello, everyone. This is Jay at Inspiration Masters Communication Leadership Training Institute. We conduct the programs for the executives, for the business owners, and anyone and everyone who wants to enhance their communication skills. We offer the public speaking program, the leadership program, also for the youth, starting at an early age, right from the first grade to the 12th, and for the college students. So we have locations throughout the Dallas Fort Worth area and also a very robust presence online in all the 50 states and Canada. So anytime anyone wants to learn something in communication, we are always available. So as a part of our inspiring series, we get this great opportunity to meet the difference makers, the entrepreneurs, the artists, and the people who are making a difference not just in the United States but around the world. And today is no different. I have an amazing human being here. I have with me here Mr. Pramod Rajput. Pramod, welcome to Inspiration Masters.
Thank you, Jay. I think we are meeting third time.
Yes,
All
Pramod
anytime,
is no stranger to all of you. Yes, exactly. You're right.
anytime I do something new, we always talk eh, because Inspiration Masters has always given me the platform, and it is always good to talk to you. You are an amazing person. You and Dipti are doing great job.
Oh,
So
thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Pramod, you're always welcome here. And all of you know him. I think we have met Pramod a few times here before at Inspiring Series. And for those who you have not met Pramod, let me give you a short introduction for him. Pramod Rajput is a software architect and he's a renowned Hindi Urdu poet as well as a novelist. He got instant popularity when his poetry was quoted on February 7th of 2019 in the Indian Parliament by none other than the Prime Minister of India, Honorable Mr. Narendra Modi. So that's how we got the first fame, and we were talking around the same time. His first book came out since then, Jile Zara. That is an amazing book with 100 ghazals and nazms. It's a collection and some of them have been also composed into songs which are available now. Also, he has written a novel in two different languages, Hindi and English. It's called Seven Colors of Love, which is in English, and SAAT RANG PYAAR KE in Hindi. So his books are available on Amazon all over the world. And Pramod is sharing his stage with renowned Hindi Urdu poets all over the world through the mushairas, Kavi Sammelans, and he's immensely loved by people. He's working hard to popularize the Hindi language in the United States because we know that not a lot of people in the US speak Hindi. And mainly his poetries are touching the hearts of people because they are about human emotions. Mainly he's talking about romance, but he has a very good grip over pain, happiness, frustration, motivation, and he can go into different colors. So we are going to be finding out all from him. So again, these poems, because they touch the emotions, they are liked by all, and everyone can relate to it. So again, Pramod, we are so excited to have you here. And I think I have your new book here too, which I'm going to show everyone in a minute. But let's find out about it and how it all came to be together. And because I know that you started out and you've been doing the poetries all over the world. You told me that you'll be going to Bollywood, and so you did. You were in Bollywood, and from the poetry now to a novelist. So what happened? Tell the whole story.
Jay, first of all, thank you very much for this nice introduction. Um, you know, till 2017, I was not a poet also. Okay. I was a software professional who used to sit in 6 by 6 cubicles. I have been sitting for last 25 years that time, okay, in
Right.
2017. And then I thought, and of course, I used to write ghazals from my college days, but never thought that I will be called as a poet any day in my life. Okay, never thought. But in 2017, I decided to bring poetry to the public. And
Mhm.
after that, today I
Yeah,
am a poet.
right.
Okay. Then what happened that in when everybody due to pandemic
Uh-huh.
we were confined in a house.
Right.
everybody. And think about the first wave
That's
when we
right.
when we were not going anywhere.
I think
Even
the
for the grocery.
second week of March 2020, we got stuck like, and
Yes,
even if you wanted, you can't go out, right? They were restricting our movements.
we are not
Yeah,
going. Even social gathering also stopped
yeah,
complete.
true.
Person like me, I got, like, after office, you like in commute you used to invest to 2 hours minimum, okay,
Yeah.
and then there is no social gatherings. So I
Hmm.
had to put my energy somewhere, and it started boiling me up inside, that I have to do something different. What to do? So
Yeah.
instant choice was, let's write another poetry book. That was
Hmm.
instant thing. But
Yeah.
and I had 75% material ready for the poetry book. I had to work little, just little, to
Hmm.
get another book.
I think you mentioned, right? You had already got the collection.
Yes, I have it.
Yeah.
So, but I was not getting that feeling, that enthu from my inside. That okay,
Uh-huh.
poetry book. It's okay. I can write a poetry book. What is? And I always like to challenge myself.
Hmm.
So I thought, can I write story? So
Uh-huh.
that's first concept came from the story. Okay, so I thought, okay, but can I write it? That was in
Hmm.
my mind. So I thought, okay, let me write
Right.
one
Uh-huh.
story first. And that time I just created one situation in my
Uh-huh.
imagination. And all the time it happens that in the college life also, and everywhere, that
Hmm.
you like someone, one-sided love,
That is
one-sided,
right. Yeah.
and one-sided love finally.
50% हाँ है, right? 50% is yes. The other party doesn't know it, but it's from your side, it's a yes.
Yeah, but sometimes people in that first that one-sided love also, they go so deep. The one person, the second
Right.
person doesn't know also.
Doesn't
Okay,
even know, right, that you
doesn't
exist.
even
Yeah.
know it, and then also you feel and then that person is already with someone. Okay,
Right.
then
Uh-huh.
you feel like your heart is broken. Okay, I
Yes.
still remember one of my friend. He was a
Uh-huh.
great fan of Madhuri Dixit. He
Uh-huh.
was a great fan. Okay, in his
Right.
in his time. When Madhuri Dixit got married, he
Mm-hmm.
was crying. That guy was crying. And Madhuri Dixit they never met, nothing,
Doesn't even know that he exists. Yeah, that's true.
he didn't even know. So that happened. So those things, I said, okay, let me create a story around this emotion.
Uh-huh.
What can I
Right.
do?
Mm-hmm.
And when I thought to write it, I thought how big I can write. Okay.
Yeah.
So I
Mm-hmm.
thought this one story I can write maybe 3-4 pages, something like that. But
Yeah.
when I started writing, I went into the emotion. Suddenly it became 25 pages. So
Right.
and then when I read that story, I liked that story.
Mm-hmm.
So I sent few of my friends that story, and they also, and I sent to those friends who are, one is MPhil in English,
Uh-huh.
one is another good in Hindi. He does editing, all these big things.
Right.
And they read this story and they appreciated a lot. How can you write such a nice story?
Mm-hmm.
Then again, I got a confidence. Probably I can write it. And
Yes.
then it came in my mind that no, I will write a novel now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that thing started from that whole thing, that okay, the pandemic came, and then I wanted to challenge myself, and then I wrote
Uh-huh.
a story. Then my friends appreciated me, and suddenly I thought, okay, let's write a novel.
Okay, and you ended up writing a love story. So tell me something more about it. Like, is it a real story? Is it related to somebody you know, or it's completely fiction?
Okay, so this is also quite interesting. Uh, my own love story with my wife is very interesting. So I always wanted to write it. To, of
Hmm.
course, you cannot write everything, but you can make a story out of that whole thing.
That is
Put
right. Yeah.
put little fiction, little twist, and you can make it. So
Right.
I thought, if I could write that story, 3-4 page story in 20 pages,
Uh-huh.
let me write my story first. Let me see how
Right.
much I write. When I
Right.
started writing my story,
Hmm.
I could write almost 70 pages. Okay.
Wow.
So
That's
70
interesting.
pages, I was done. Logical end.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So then I was again stuck that okay, 70 page. I wanted to, novel means it should be at least 200 plus pages. I was thinking.
Yeah.
So and I didn't want to stretch my story unnecessary to make it 200 pages, you know.
Right.
So I thought what to do now. So almost for a month I was stuck. Okay,
Right.
I didn't know what to do. You know, should I go with this story or
Uh-huh.
I should completely think something else?
Right.
And what happened? I saw one interview of Karan Johar. You know
Right.
Karan Johar,
Yeah.
great Karan Johar,
Coffee with Karan or something.
of Karan. So no,
Yeah.
I saw one of his interview on YouTube
Uh-huh.
when he was. Have you seen the Kuch Kuch Hota Hai?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, in Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, Karan Johar, it was his first movie. So
Uh-huh.
what he told in that interview that he was assisting Aditya Chopra in DDLJ that time, and
Uh-huh.
that time he has two concept of stories in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
One concept was that there is a good friends like
Uh-huh.
Kajol or Shahrukh Khan angle where there are two friends, they are very good friends but they don't love each other. Then
Uh-huh.
this boy, some girl comes into this life,
Uh-huh.
then the girl realizes she was loving him, and
Uh-huh.
then she leaves, and then this whole that part.
Uh-huh.
And the other story he has that there is a Shahrukh Khan and that daughter angle, that
Uh-huh.
there is a hero, his daughter is there, but
Mm-hmm.
while birth the hero's wife dies,
Mm-hmm.
and she writes 8 letters each for one birthday for her daughter. And
Uh-huh.
in the eighth letter she writes that there was another girl in your father's life,
Uh-huh.
can you help him to get to marry him now because
Uh-huh.
I'm not there anymore. Okay,
Right.
that becomes the girl's goal to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So he has these two concepts. Okay,
Right.
and but he was not going to create 3 hours story from here, and he
Uh-huh.
didn't know to create 3 hour story from there. So he
Right.
went to Aditya Chopra and he told both the stories to him, and he told, how can I make 3 hour story from this? I
Uh-huh.
can make 1 hour from maybe
Right.
1.5 hour from here, but not 3 hours. I
Right.
am not understanding which one to pick up first of all. So then he told that Aditya Chopra told me, why don't you combine these two stories
Uh-huh.
and make one out of that and
Uh-huh.
think, how can you do this?
Wow.
And then he got the idea and he created Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
Mm-hmm.
When I read this story, I thought, why not? I have my story with my wife, which is 70 pages. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I have another story I have written for 30 pages. That is also a love story. That
Mm-hmm.
is a different emotion of love. Can
Uh-huh.
I combine these two first?
Right.
How it comes out?
Uh-huh.
And then you have to think a logical combination. Now the protagonist here and here becomes same.
Right.
Now there is another girl coming into the picture. Okay,
Right.
so
Uh-huh.
I thought let's combine how I can make these two things. So when
Mm-hmm.
I combined it in a logical way that you will not feel that you are reading two stories. I made it
Right.
in such a way, and it became again nice. I thought, oh, why not? So now
Mm-hmm.
I got 100 pages. Okay,
Right.
then I got the idea. Then my story with my wife was one emotions of love. Okay, I
Uh-huh.
divided into two. One
Uh-huh.
is like your first feeling of love, how you get it. Then
Uh-huh.
the other one was like difficulties after you marriage, how you
Uh-huh.
become from there. And
Mm-hmm.
then this was the third thing. So from there I got the idea. So I kept writing few more stories after that and I combined everyone together to make one
Mm-hmm.
novel. So if you read the novel, it is just different emotions of love,
Mm-hmm. Wow.
but with same protagonist he is going through.
Sounds very interesting. So now you got everybody hooked up and interested in there. So we need to find out all the three of that part. So now I see the name of the story here, and I'm picking up that it's Seven Colors of Love. So I'm really interested in finding out it's seven colors. So there are so many colors. It could be five, you could say 10, you could say 20, or you could say maybe 100 colors. Why did he come up with seven colors of love? I want to find out why it's only seven colors. Why does love have seven colors?
Okay, for me, because to write seven, I told you I had all of the three colors I did write it. Then I thought, okay, can I write three colors of love? What should be the name of that?
What about the
I,
four
I
more
was
colors? Like, can I add four?
let's add some more colors. Then I
Yeah.
thought where to stop. Then suddenly one day I was watching a rainbow.
Hmm.
Rainbow has seven colors,
Right.
and rainbow is also very romantic.
Right.
And then suddenly I realized that seven is a very significant number in every
Mhm.
mythology. You
Yeah.
think 7 days in a week,
Right.
you
Correct.
know, you have seven continents,
Yes.
so if you there are so many things. If you go to the Greek mythology, they say Kabbalah Shabbat. Seventh
Mhm.
day is there also comes. So seven
Right.
has very it is very historical and very. So I thought, why not seven colors of love? So let's
Right.
write seven different emotions of love. Okay.
Right.
And that's the thing I try to write, that love can have
Right.
many
Pramod,
emotions.
I have a book which is called Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. I don't know
Oh,
how he came up with the seven.
so maybe the seven name comes. He also thought like that. That let's break the seven, because seven is a very unique number, and that's why I started. If you remember, Sapt Rishi in Hindi we say
Oh, that is right. Yeah, that is right. It's one of the constellations out
uh,
there. Yeah.
Sapt Rishi. So,
Yeah.
why seven? There could have been eight too there, but
That's
seven
right.
has some meaning. So I thought, let's make seven colors of love.
Yeah. Okay. Very interesting. So it's not five, it's not 10, it's seven. Okay. Seven colors of love.
And
And
these are all different unique colors. If none of this color has been repeated. If you see the
that is
seven,
correct.
so
Yeah.
there are seven chapters, and each chapter has a different color.
Right. So that's really awesome. You got us intrigued now to read completely the novel. So it's available on Amazon all over the world. So I like that. It's easily accessible. It's again called The Seven Colors of Love, or SAAT RANG PYAAR KE in Hindi.
Yeah,
Okay. So you have one of that. And then other thing I have here is Aji Le Zara, right? So
true.
what is coming up next? Like, how is your journey going on nowadays, and where are you? Are you taking the stages, and what's going on? Tell us more about what's coming up.
Yeah, so let me tell you again. All the time, I think when I was on Inspiration Master, that time only I said about my next novel coming. So here again, I am telling you first time that I am writing another novel.
See, that is what I like, and I want to tell all of our viewers too that, and I have written it. Pramod, you won't believe I have it written in here. I really like that. You say it and you make it happen. I have it written down here on my page here.
Oh, thank
And
you.
you did not know that, but I had written it down actually on my page, on my side, and you said it. So I like that. I like that. That was a prediction, right? That
Yes,
you always say it and you make it happen. So I really like that part about you, that now you're coming up with what is coming up, you said next?
there is another novel I am writing. I am
Wow. Okay.
already, means you can say maybe 40% I have already written it.
So can
Okay.
I take a guess? I know it's not a right guess, but I should say I have, after reading that Seven Habits of the Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey wrote another one, which is called The Eighth Habit. So I hope you don't come with something like that.
No, no, no. Okay, that's also very interesting. That is also, I can write love. I can express love better than anything else, any other emotion. So that is also a love story for sure.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Hmm.
and the title of the book I have already decided. It
Hmm.
is Love is a Verb,
Love is a verb. Yeah, that's right.
and Hindi. I am thinking that प्यार बस नाम नहीं.
Yes. Hmm.
So I am writing it. It's a completely a very different love story. Okay,
Hmm. That's
uh,
right.
and it will be quite emotional than the Seven Colors of Love.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Maybe people will start crying after reading it. Okay,
Okay.
but so that's the way I am going. 40% I have already written it,
Uh-huh.
uh, but it will be again. It will be in Hindi and English both. Uh,
Okay.
Love
Excellent.
is a Verb, and let's see how it comes up.
Okay. So one of the thing, I don't know if you've heard of it before, but it is coming from Stephen Covey. Love is a verb.
Oh, what's
Love
it?
is a verb.
Uh-huh.
Love is a verb, right? It's not something. It's not an emotion. It's a verb.
It's a
So
verb. Yeah.
yeah, it's a verb. Yeah, and that's why somebody was asking him that about the connection between the husband and wife, and he said, "Love her,"
Uh,
and then he told her that love means, when I say love her, say I don't have love. So he says love. means not an emotion. Love is a verb. When I say love her, means actually love is a verb. It's an
Love
action.
is the word. Yeah, action. That's
Interesting. So I'm glad. I'm excited that you come up with something very interesting. And also, I cannot let you go without two things. First
Mhm.
thing is we had talked about it in the past, and then Mr. Narendra Modi said your share. So we want to hear that share, and then I have something, one more thing for you after that.
Okay.
Okay.
So you want me to Narendra Modi? Okay.
Yeah,
So
let's listen to, because see, it's there, it's out there, but we want to hear it from you. Like, we have an opportunity now to. So I think all of you will agree, right, with me that Mr. Pramod Rajput is here, and I want to hear it from him, right? Because whenever I say the share, I say it wrong, so I rather listen to.
sure.
Corrects me
I
every
will.
time. I take out one word and put one more word of my own in there, so I will let him say it.
Yeah. No, I will do that because that is. I always say that Jay, that this is some maybe the my mother is no more. Maybe her worship or something,
Uh-huh.
or some God gifted. This is happened because otherwise you think
Uh-huh.
I just my poetry. Why Narendra Modi will quote? It doesn't
Right.
make. So there is something. Somebody helped me for that.
Yeah, that is true.
I always feel grateful, from wherever it has come. So
Hmm.
this poetry, I remember in Parliament, the how the whole incidents happened. Uh,
Hmm.
um, Malika Arjun Khadge Sahab, okay,
Uh-huh.
he was the opposition leader that time.
Uh-huh.
So he read one of the share. He
Right.
quoted one of the share,
Uh-huh.
and once he quoted, in his reply, Narendra Modi Sahab quoted two shares of the same ghazal.
Right.
So, it has happened first time
Uh-huh.
that from the same ghazal, three shares were quoted in the same parliament session, one
Uh-huh.
by opposition leader and two by parliament, the prime minister.
So you go,
You
you
know,
good for both parties.
yeah, I don't know. So this is luck, nothing else. So I will first let me quote the share which Mallikarjun Khadge Sahab quoted. Okay, and then
Uh-huh.
I will say the other two shares which Narendra Modi ji replied.
Right.
Then
Uh-huh.
we will go from there. Okay, so he said, ये हुस्नो आप तो ठीक है पर ये हुस्नो आप तो ठीक है लेकिन नाज क्यों तुमको इस पे है
Hmm.
ये हुस्नो आप तो ठीक है लेकिन नाज क्यों तुमको इस पे है
Hmm.
मैंने सूरज को हर शाम इसी अंबर में ढलते देखा है
Wow.
so he said matlab to Narendra Modi sahab you will also go down one day don't worry Suraj also goes down okay
Right.
so in his reply he said that मैंने जब भी झूठ की बस्ती में
Hmm.
सच को तड़पते देखा है
Hmm.
मैंने जब भी झूठ की बस्ती में सच को तड़पते देखा है तब अपने भीतर मैंने किसी बच्चे को सिसकते देखा है
Wow. But now we want to hear one more thing from you. And very recently, I have noticed, and I've watched some of your recordings and also some of your presence on the stage, that some of the ones, your writings, you're presenting like a poem. And if I'm not wrong, it's called Tarannum, which is a
yeah
singing of the, or the poetic form of saying what
yeah
you want to say. So, can you tell us something about Tarannum and how you're using it and why are you using it?
yeah the reason is no even the kabhi jhoot ki basti mein that also I sing these days in Tarannum okay
Uh huh.
I will do it next time sometime okay
Uh huh.
but what I can tell you when you go to mushaira on a stage
Uh huh.
the most important part is how do you connect to the people how the
Right.
every people doesn't know the technicality of the ghazals okay
Right.
somehow you have to touch their heart when you are telling so I was always trying to think what is the good way to do that I'm still
Uh
learning
huh.
poetry okay I'm
Right.
very new to that so suddenly I saw some people who recites poetry in singing tarannum
Uh huh.
they connect to the people more easily than the people who
Oh,
were
okay.
okay so I got the idea from there and then the same ghazal I had recited in a couple of places
Uh
and the
huh.
way I got the response there and in
Uh
Husn Mushaira couple of months back. I did it in Taranum just to test myself.
Right.
The response was amazing.
Uh-huh.
That the ghazal is on my YouTube channel too. Okay,
Uh-huh.
that's why I got the way that this is the way I should try to express in front
Uh-huh.
of people when I'm on the stage. Okay,
Right.
I should try to express in Tarannum too, although I
Uh-huh.
am not a singer. Okay,
Uh-huh.
but it's not about singing, it's about how
You'll
you present the thing.
you become one will you'll become one soon.
Okay, so let me tell you a few shares of one of my ghazal in Tarannum.
Definitely, Pramod, you realize, right? You were a software architect before, and then you became a poet. So if you and then you can become a novelist. So I think you can become a singer too.
Let's see, maybe.
So let's listen to the Tarannum now. Let's go for it.
Okay, here you go. एक मुद्दत से कुछ भी लिखा ही नहीं, एक मुद्दत से कुछ भी लिखा ही नहीं, जख्म शायद कोई अब हरा ही नहीं, जख्म
Wow.
शायद कोई अब हरा ही नहीं, एक मुद्दत से कुछ भी लिखा ही नहीं। आजकल तुम बहुत खुश सनम हो मेरे, आजकल तुम बहुत खुश सनम हो मेरे, इश्क तुमको अभी तो हुआ ही नहीं, इश्क तुमको अभी तो हुआ ही नहीं, वो खफा है कि उनसे मोहब्बत हुई,
Mm-hmm.
वो खफा है, वो खफा है कि उनसे मोहब्बत हुई, इसमें मेरी तो कोई खता ही नहीं, इसमें मेरी तो
Wow.
कोई खता ही नहीं, नब्ज मेरी पकड़ के ये उसने कहा, नब्ज
Mhm.
नब्ज
Yes.
मेरी पकड़
पकड़
के
के
ये
ये
उसने
उसने
कहा, रोग तुझको तो कुछ भी नया ही नहीं, रोग तुझको तो कुछ
कुछ
भी
भी
नया
नया ही
ही
नहीं।
नहीं, जगमगाहट तो ये उनके आने से है,
Mhm. Yes.
जगमगाहट
जगमोहन ये उनके आने से
तो
है।
ये उनके आने से है, चांद वरना अभी तक खिला ही नहीं,
Wow. That's
चांद
cool.
वरना अभी तक खिला ही नहीं। एंड जय ये अगला शेर सुनो।
Uh-huh.
क्यों किताबों में कानून की जज मेरे,
Mm-hmm.
क्यों
Right.
किताबों में कानून की जज मेरे, दिल दुखाने की कोई सजा ही नहीं, दिल दुखाने की कोई सजा
सजा
ही
ही नहीं।
नहीं, मतलब किसी का दिल दुखाते हो उसकी सजा कहाँ मिलती है, nobody can give you,
Nobody can. Yeah, that's right.
so that emotion I like to put it. Okay.
I think that's what you're going to do with your next novel too. दर्द देने की
मैंने
कोई सजा
सोचा
नहीं है, हम रोएंगे और आपको सजा भी नहीं होगी।
मैंने सोचा कहूँ चांद पर एक गजल,
हम्म,
मैंने सोचा कहूँ चांद पर एक गजल,
गजल।
काफिया तुमसे बेहतर मिला ही नहीं, काफिया तुमसे बेहतर मिला ही नहीं। और एक और शेर है कि
हाँ।
हाथ माँ का अगर जो तेरे सर पे है,
हम्म,
हाथ माँ का अगर जो तेरे सर पे है,
हम्म,
इससे बढ़कर तो कोई दुआ ही नहीं,
वाओ।
इससे बढ़कर तो कोई दुआ ही नहीं, एक मुद्दत से कुछ भी लिखा ही नहीं।
या जो लिखा अच्छा लिखा।
So, you know, so you might have heard that अगर इसी को मैं पढ़ता, if I had
Yeah,
read
that's
it,
right. Yeah,
that impact would have been little different. Suppose
yeah,
इसी
that
को
is
मैं पढ़
correct.
के
Yeah,
बताऊं, एक
yeah,
मुद्दत से कुछ भी लिखा ही नहीं,
yeah.
जख्म
I,
शायद कोई अब हरा ही नहीं।
Right. Yeah, I
That
think the
impact.
impact is much more with when you sing it.
And it goes to it touches you, because I also
That is
saw,
right.
although you don't understand ghazal that much, but you were also doing,
No, I was
telling
singing
wow.
with you. I was
Yeah.
singing with you, and actually, I feel that because the songs we listen to,
Hmm.
they're impactful because if you have realized that there are a lot of people who acknowledge Jagjit Singh,
Hmm.
that the songs were there already. They were written very well, but had he not sung them, it
Yes,
would not have reached so many people and not touched so many hearts.
that's true.
Because the
That's
singing changes the whole dimension of the presentation, right? Because when something which has been picked up and the way he presented in his singing with
hmm.
his own voice and with the tunes added to that, it changed completely the dimension, and then it touched so many people, and
Yeah,
people
yeah.
could just keep on listening. Like we keep on listening to Jagjit Singh ghazal forever,
Right.
but if had he not sung those, they'd be still
Yeah.
sitting in book somewhere.
Books of, is that true? Let me give you just one quick example of this. When I was in Husn Mushaira, first time, I
Uh-huh.
was doing in Tarannum.
Uh-huh.
Mushaira has its own etiquette. Okay,
Right.
means there you don't do siti.
Right.
You have to do wawa, or maybe you
Right.
can maximum you can do clapping. Clapping is also, wawa is the most important thing in mushairas.
Right.
In my ghazals, in one of the shares, somebody whistled. Okay, so I felt happy because of that, because
That
it
is
means
right.
I connected more.
That is
He
correct.
couldn't
Yeah.
stop himself. He knew that it is out of etiquette, but he did.
No, that's right. I mean, that's a real thing, right? Because ultimately, whenever you are presenting it, it is to
Yeah,
touch the people's emotions. That's
yes,
that's the whole point of presenting it.
yes, that's the thing. So that's why I realized that I had to play with my, because if you have to do in Tarannum,
Uh-huh.
you have to write the ghazal into certain way also, because it should go into same rhythm.
Right.
Otherwise, I cannot present. So now I started changing the things to make it presentable to in that
Right.
way. When
Mhm.
I'm presenting, so I
Right.
changed little bit my ghazals.
Right. And
So
I think the ghazals and the writings, they give you a certain leeway where you can change certain words to make it where you can sing it
yes,
rather than
and
singing it. Yeah.
yeah, the only thing, I don't try to change the meaning of my share. Meaning will
Right.
still remain same. The words either is, so that it
Right.
comes to the same meter.
Uh-huh.
If the
Yeah.
meter is right, I can sing it well.
That is
So
correct. Yeah.
that's I try. So
Thank you.
I
Thank
think
you so much. Yeah. I
I
really like it.
you liked it now. I know.
I like it, you sharing it and singing that Tarannum. Again, I hope everybody enjoyed that Tarannum. So, yeah, we want to hear that. And we want to hear more from you on that part. Yeah,
Good.
excellent, excellent. So, again, any message you have for the people in general and anything which you want to share?
I always say people that keep dreaming. Okay, dream is the most important part. If you don't dream,
Yes.
you can't achieve it. You will stay where you are. And all the, don't think about anything like whether this dream will come true or not. Dreams are dreams because you don't have resources. Otherwise, why it
Right,
is dream? Okay, you
right,
don't have resources in your hand. So
right,
keep dreaming and believe in your dreams that it will
right,
come true. And it will come true. I am the example. Whatever dreamed in my life, it
right.
comes, at one day it will come true. How, I don't know. Something will
Right.
happen.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. And again, everyone who stay put here and stay with us, and you remember those words again, the same words from Steve Jobs: stay hungry, stay foolish. And Pramod says, just keep on dreaming. That's the
Yes,
most important part because if you can dream it, you can bring those dreams into reality.
reality. Yeah.
That's the opportunity we create. Again, Pramod, thank you so much for taking the time and sharing this beautiful novel. We have it here, Seven Colors of Love, and we're looking forward to the next one. And of course, Jile Zara, the collection of poetries. So thank you everyone for being with us today. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and also subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss any of this amazing interviews and the opportunities we get with these great people. Again, Pramod, thank you so much for being here. And on the behalf of the entire team of Inspiration Masters, I wish you all the best for everything you come up with and looking forward to that next novel coming from you. Again, everyone, thanks for being here. This is Jay at Inspiration Masters, and I will see you soon.